Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be talking about nocturnal animals, what some of them are, what they do at night, and a really important nocturnal animal that helps with pollinating different plants and helps provide food that are on your table. So let's get started. So first, you might be asking, what animals are nocturnal? So one really common animal that everyone thinks of as a nocturnal animal is a raccoon. So they're awake at night. Another one are skunks, possums, bats are very much nocturnal animals. And then there are some other nocturnal animals like bobcats, but I am going to put pictures in here now of some of the different nocturnal animals to show you what they look like, and maybe you can name some of them, and I'm going to tell you what they are too. So now we are going to read this book about bats. So it's going to go into a little bit more detail about a bat, and then we're going to talk about what bats do that's really important for us in our environment. So what is a bat? A bat is a small flying mammal that has large ears, small eyes, and sharp teeth. Bats have long arms attached to their leathery wings for support. Bats are rarely seen during the day, and that's because they're a nocturnal animal. Nocturnal means awake during the night. Animals that are nocturnal, sleeping during the day. Many animals are nocturnal, including foxes, owls, hedgehogs, and mice. Where do bats live? Bats live on every continent except for Antarctica. They live in groups called colonies. Bats spend days sleeping in dark, quiet places called roosts. Roosts can be found in caves, holes in trees, and even in some attics. Different types of bats eat different foods. Most bats eat small insects such as moths, beetles, and flies. Many bats eat pests such as mosquitoes. Some bats eat fruit. Some bats even drink the blood of other animals. Most bats look for food at night when it's dark outside. Some bats use echolocation to find food to eat. Bats make noises and listen for echoes. Their sensitive ears tell them where food can be found. Each year, female bats give birth to 1 or 2 babies called pups. The pups are hairless and very small. Female bats care for their pups for about 1 month. Then the young bats fly off by themselves. Many bats hibernate during the winter, kind of like a bear. They sleep in a safe, warm place until spring. Other bats migrate. They fly to warmer places during winter and return to their homes every spring, kind of like ducks. Bats are most active 1 or 2 hours after the sun sets. Some of the most common places bats live are in caves or tree hollows. Bats do not fly in smooth lines. Like most birds, bats fly in jerky zigzags. Watch the skies carefully for small animals making twists and turns. How can you help bats? Avoid using sprays to poison pests. They make it hard for bats to find food. Never touch bats. Some bats carry diseases that can make you ill. If you see a bat, tell a trusted adult. And then if you look closely to this picture, it tells you some of the different parts. So the wings, their tall pointed ears, their nose, and their pointy teeth. And that is the end of our bat book. So now you're probably wondering why bats are so important for our environment and feeding us. I mean, they literally just told us that bats could carry sicknesses. So what can they do to help us? Well, bats actually are considered a pollinator. So when bats go and eat those different fruits like berries or apples or pears, and they get those seeds, they're actually spreading the seeds after they eat it. So they will pollinate or help the reproduction of trees and fruit, so that way we can have those different fruits on our tables at home. So I think that's really cool. I mean, without bats, we might not have strawberries. How amazing is that? That is all for this week's episode. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to be talking about rain and doing a super fun experiment. So make sure that you watch our next episode. See ya.